Today, scientists know that there are millions, perhaps billions of planets in the universe that could sustain life. So, in the long history of everything, why hasn't any of this life made it far enough into space to shake hands with humans? There are several scientific excuses why we haven't found any specie yet. The aliens are hiding in underground oceans. In 2015, after nearly a decade in transit, NASA's New Horizons spacecraft became the first to do a close flyby of Pluto. It offered humanity its first look at its icy surface and raised questions about the possibility of subsurface oceans of water, and lots of methane and nitrogen. These questions put Pluto on a short but growing list of worlds with buried oceans trapped under a thick crust of ice and rock. A hard outer shell protects hypothetical life in the oceans from a harsh climate and a lethal mix of gases on the surface. It means we'll never be able to detect them just by glancing at the planets with a telescope. The aliens are imprisoned on super-Earths. In astronomy, the term super-Earth refers to a type of planet with a mass up to 10 times greater than Earth's. Star surveys have turned up oodles of these worlds that could have the right conditions for liquid water. This means alien life could conceivably be evolving on super-Earths all over the universe. Unfortunately, we'll probably never meet these aliens. According to a study published in April, a planet with 10 times Earth's mass would also have an escape velocity 2.4 times greater than Earth and over. Coming that pull could make rocket launches and space travel nearly impossible. We've already found aliens but are too distracted to realize it. In a small study, the researchers asked 137 people to look at pictures of other planets and scan the images for signs of alien structures. Hidden among several of these images was a tiny man in a gorilla suit. As the participants hunted for what they imagined alien life to look like, only about 30% noticed the gorilla man. In reality, aliens probably won't look anything like apes. They may not even be detectable by light and sound waves, the researchers wrote. So, what does this study show us? Basically, our own imagination and attention span limit our search for extraterrestrials. If we don't learn to broaden our frames of reference, we could miss the gorilla staring us in the face. Humans will kill all the aliens or already have. The closer we get to finding aliens, the closer we get to destroying them. That's one likely eventuality, anyway, said theoretical physicist Alexander Berezin. Here's his thinking: any civilization capable of exploring beyond its own solar system must be on a path of unrestricted growth and expansion. And as we know on Earth, that expansion often comes at the expense of smaller, in the way organisms. Berezin said this me-first mentality probably wouldn't end when alien life is finally encountered, assuming we even notice it. I am not suggesting that a highly developed civilization would consciously wipe out other life forms. Most likely, they simply won't notice, the same way a construction crew demolishes an anthill to build real estate because they lack incentive to protect it. The aliens triggered climate change and died. When a population burns through resources faster than its planet can provide them, catastrophe looms. We know this well enough from the ongoing climate change crisis here on Earth. So, isn't it possible that an advanced, energy-guzzling alien society might run into the same issues? According to astrophysicist Adam Frank, it's not only possible but extremely likely. Earlier this year, Frank ran a series of mathematical models to simulate how a hypothetical alien civilization might rise and fall as it increasingly converted its planet's resources into energy. The bad news is that in 3 out of 4 scenarios, the society crumbled and most of the population died. Only when the society caught the problem early and immediately switched to sustainable energy did the civilization manage to survive. That means that, if aliens do exist, the odds are pretty high they'll destroy themselves before we ever meet them. Dark energy is splitting us apart. The universe is expanding. Slowly but surely, galaxies are moving farther apart, with distant stars appearing dimmer to us, all thanks to the pull of a mysterious, invisible substance that scientists call dark energy. Scientists speculate that within a few trillion years, dark energy will stretch the universe so much that Earthlings will no longer be able to see the light of any galaxies beyond our closest cosmic neighbors. That's a scary thought. If we don't explore as much of the universe as possible before then, such investigations may be lost to us forever.